Welcome as we continue our study of Colossians 2 and verse 10. And having been filled, you are in him who is the head of all rule and authority. So, filled is pleroo, which we've seen, and it was the root in the last a verse where we saw pleruma, and it means to be made full or made complete. Here, I would say either is okay, but I think it's probably emphasizing completeness. So I would probably say, and you are in him, having been completed, who is the Godhead of all rule and authority. Kephali is head, and it really just means can be the head of a person or an animal. It can also be sort of a chief authority, the very top of something. Effectively, if you just think of what a head does, the head makes decisions. And so that's really the emphasis there. It's the one that makes decisions, or the entity that makes decisions. Rule is arche, and this is where we get the word like archbishop, for example. It's beginning or origin. Can also be any sort of principal authority, magistrate maybe. And authority here, which in some translations is power, is exousia. And this is one of my pet peeves because this word gets translated power quite a bit, and it's not power. Power is dunamis, and the words that are related to dunamis are rooted with dunamis. Exousia is permissible authority. Now, this is used quite often of Satan and worldly powers as well, but it is definitely distinct from dunamis. Uh, in fact, it only has any authority or power if it's given authority or power. The reason why it's a pet peeve is because when it so an example is when it refers to spiritual warfare. This is one of the words for authority that are used. It's translated power there in the KJV, but yet dunamis is not in that verse at all. It is exousia, and I think that is very important. And that's a topic for another day, but basically, you have to give it permission to be an authority. So here, Christ being the head of all rule and authority, it parallels Ephesians 1:21, where it's talking about Christ being far above all rule and authority and power and lordship and every name having been named, not only in this age but the age that is to come. And so here, so this authority that you see right here, that is exousia. That's the same authority here that the KJV calls power, but the power here is actually dunamis. So that one is at least consistent, or uses it correctly, I should say. So the emphasis for us is that we are in Him, and being in Him, we are completed by Him, and that He is over all authority and rule. And it's going to go on in the coming scriptures and to tell us what those results are for us. So we'll look forward to seeing that in the next few weeks.